happenings that I think we and Jet, everybody works diligently. All now it was in this office at 3 a.m.
This is so
What
dark.
we're mostly attuned to is just being open to serendipitous things happening and trying not to. So, I don't know. Season 1 feels like a big accident. I think anything that's good that I've seen happen in person seems like a big accident.
Yeah, it's hard to. All the best stories are like, well, we knew some people were going to watch it, but when you look at Fish Tank, you had 600,000 plus people checking it out, 70,000 members. I think that had to far exceed what obviously you don't go into a project like that thinking like, well, I'm just gonna piss away a bunch of money and it's gonna be dumb. You want it to be successful, but that level of cultural phenomenon, I think season 2 is only going to be bigger. Can you talk about what made you decide to do the WeFunder thing? And I don't really understand how that works. So people bought in for a chunk of the profits. Is it like Fish Tank's publicly traded now? How does that work?
Now we're getting into territory where I'm not even sure what I'm legally allowed to say.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I did it. The reason why I did it is because Bill Ottman, who is the guy that made Minds.com.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill.
I don't know if he's one of the guys that made Minds.com. He's the main guy. But I went to high school with him, and he's extremely smart. And Fish Tank Season 1 was so brutal and such a cluster. It's and I wasn't the one doing most of the work. It was the hardest, the most complicated, fucked up production that I've seen with my own eyes. That Jet got us through with and Gus and everybody that helped in season 1. It was a fucking nightmare. Every day, I think we spent $70,000 on.
I remember. Yeah, I remember just the police detail, the bandwidth, and people don't know, and even I was shocked in like just the cost of bandwidth, and then I think a lot of that came with like you're basically hair on fire the entire time.
Yeah, like it's not even the drama and the conflict between the people in your house. It's the fuck ups behind the scenes. Like the hosting it ourselves was extremely expensive, but we also like fucked up something in the way that it was hosted. I think we ran up like a $60,000 bill in one day.
Yeah,
we had to negotiate down and not pay. I'm still getting emails from him. It's like your account.
Oh yeah.
It's overdue. I'm not using Amazon again.
Yeah, I remember talking, and it was like I didn't even have any idea. I mean, I guess that's why sites like Twitch and YouTube exist, because there's now I don't know, maybe this time around with Rumble Cloud, maybe that's something you can use. I assume but I remember like behind the scenes, it was like, holy shit, this is super fucking expensive just to put a camera feed on the internet.
And every day was some new existential threat, because if we
payment processors fucking geeking out, all that shit.
When Airsoft had he took his pants off and he had his dick showing, and then also Dontarius, Alex Stein's wife's boyfriend, didn't realize that the cameras could see at night, so he was just jerking off in the darkness. Everybody could see him. That got us in a lot of trouble. Like we had to look into like porn payment processors, because our payment processor really didn't like that.
Okay.
So every day was a new thing. But anyway, that's why we're trying to make this into a legit company now, because I wanted to lure Bill onto our side, and that's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be I mean,
Yeah,
all
it's
the
raining
lessons
pretty good.
learned,
It's been
all the
raining all
money,
day.
From a business perspective, I know that you're not quite the money grubber that I am, but I just remember seeing all the financial missed opportunities just because everything was so crazy. Hopefully, I suspect season 2 will have its fair share of fires
Hey,
to put
Jared.
out every single day. That's just the way it's going to work, especially when you
Yeah,
have
I'd almost rather have snow.
people taking their dicks out potentially.
And we got bathroom cameras this time.
Yeah, the bathroom cameras. I think one of the girls showed her tits. I think that also had.
I didn't like that either. That was no.
yeah, and especially when you draw that kind of negative attention too, because there are a lot of people, for whatever reason, they just don't like Sam Hyde, and so you operate in a world where some of this content, it maybe isn't necessarily quote unquote offensive to some people. That's not my definition of it, but
This guy's not even going to be able to see when it turns green.
An additional spotlight that most people don't, because when you put your name on something, suddenly there's a whole new set of eyes watching, waiting for you to fuck up, and you have to, at some point you had to pay to have a freaking cop sit there the whole time, and people don't know, like, you got to pay for that. Like, that's not, because even if it's your own quote unquote fans swatting you every day, like yeah. I went through where they were coming to my house like every day for a week or two, and they started to kind of say, like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, we can't keep. I said, yeah, please don't. Please stop coming here. I don't want you to come here. Like, I don't want you here. I don't want you to, like, take my wife. She's out. She's in bed in her pajamas, putting her, like, I don't want. Just fucking don't. You know what? If somebody's in my house murdering me, let it be. It's fine. I'll be okay. So of all these, so you have Fish Tank season 2 in spring. I'm sorry, World Peace season 2 in spring-ish 2024. Availability TBD right now. I think it'll probably be some version of enjoy the clips on YouTube and pay for.
You read those comments?
That's the only way you can really do it. And
it just seems weird that they literally a 4.5 minute report.
They support you.
They didn't tell you shit.
I see your chat.
Other than there's all these cops on leave now. Why were they there?
Any technological? There's a lot of technological advances. I had watching Fish Tank. You obviously had, like, I think the fart spray for a little while, all this kind of stuff. Like, is there more diabolical? Because I think the fan interaction of it was also genius as a way to generate revenue to support the show. I imagine you're doubling down on that for season 2.
Yeah, well,
they did good. Good job of it, because it's fucking 4.5 minutes of nothing there.
Notebooks have
It's obviously something deeper, but you ain't gonna get that from the
interactive news.
corporate news.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. I think that's one of the best parts of watching it. When I was watching, one thing I noticed too is that a lot of content creators were into the show. A lot of people who were like, all walks of life were talking about it. For some reason, I think because it was like, oh shit, like, this is really an interesting take on new content, and that really helped it grow a lot. And I suppose maybe you have time for, maybe you can get some, like, sweet vape sponsors or things like that for the house and all that kind of stuff.
If anybody has a vape company, it's sponsor this.
Yeah, they have money. Vape companies and gold companies. Maybe we can get some, like, gold.com sponsor. Yeah. The money they pay is, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it is insane. So I don't understand that industry other than, like, gold good. But some of the offers that I got from these gold companies, I was like, what? $25,000? And I was like, I don't know if I want to advertise this because it must be bad. Like, if you can afford to pay me that much, you must be fucking people over. So now that, okay, so I guess I won't poke at the investment thing too much. But I guess the general takeaway from investors is it gives you the resources to then be better prepared this time around. I would assume, like, it's not a small amount of money was raised. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, just $1 million, no big deal. One thing you kind of touched on it, and then I try to not keep people longer than an hour, and I know you're extremely busy, so I'll try to get you out sooner than that. Okay, on time for like maybe 10 more minutes. Are you okay with that? One thing. So one of the questions I had about fishing was that we kind of got there naturally. It was like all the people in the production, like there's something I get to see firsthand in between getting punched in the head in the backyard at the fish tank house. There's like a shitload of people that make that thing go, and they're there all the time. And like, I don't think many people understand just how. I mean, it's easy for, like, you have the easiest job. Just put on the suit and go be a maniac. And then there's like everyone else is stuck in their shit for like 23 hours a day. I like that. I think obviously Jet did a great job, but then there's also everyone. There are other people involved, camera people, and I assume most of those people will be back unless they burnt out and hate you forever now.
So you crewing on the fish tank? I think we're gonna have. We might be able to close to it. I think it's the kind of thing I think everybody's doing something.
Yeah, shout out Chris, picked me up at the airport. Yeah.
Remember driving Jeremy vividly?
It was real romantic. Well, I had to keep talking because he drove me through, I'm from the country, and he was driving me through what appeared to be a never-ending murderer's row of, like, crack dens and big, scary people with puffy coats.
Is that like Dorchester, where all the crack dens are? Oh, I think we drove through there.
It's very sketch. I mean, there weren't like anybody around, but it felt very post-apocalyptic. And I was like, man, where are all the fucking trees? I don't think I saw one tree on the entire drive. So I think with season 2 Fish Tank, MD season 2, or World Peace season 2, sorry, and stand up. Like, on the fuck? I mean, are you like? How are you finding time for all this? Like, are you just sacrificing? Are you just saying fuck it? Or are you? I mean, I know people don't know this about you, but I'll tell you.
I'm eating properly.
Yeah, I would say. I was surprised to see you eating that. Yeah, that's not Chick-fil-A, so I don't know. But are there other projects you have going on too, or are you gonna maybe just stop at like 4 or 5 projects? You have your show too, your podcast too. I wouldn't like it. Okay.
But I'm pretty hyper about it.
I think I understand.
Trash bags. Look at it was just carrying all their trash bags.
Yeah. You just carry them with you. There's some element to success and understanding the moment, which I think is what you're doing too. Like, from the outside looking in, like, when shit's going good, that's when you double down. It's not when you coast. And like, you go through periods of downtimes and periods like now where it's like, oh, fucking Fish Tank season 2, cool. World Peace season 2, 4 months later, no big deal. Stand up, no big deal. Sandhide stand up special probably at some point in 2024, I suspect. But then, yeah, then things would be well. That's why it's like people say to me, like, dude, how do you, you're shitting all these videos and do this, do that. I'm like, that's because I went through a long period of my life where I wasn't making any money, where I wasn't getting any opportunities. So why the fuck would I take my foot off the gas when I have so many now?
The whole front 10 years of my career, I was selling my mom for things.
This is crazy.
Now that it's I'm just trying to
I think that's generally what separates. There are a lot of people you see who create content, whether it's fully formed content that you create, or even just sitting around reading other people's articles like I do. As long as you have like a reasonably shitty, hard time in life, you tend not to blow it. There's a lot of people who like have success early on and they end up blowing it and never just fading from obscurity. People blow up on YouTube for like a year and then they disappear. I mean, there's a million of them that happen. But it helps.
Early or unwarranted success is
yeah, I think it can be. I mean, I guess it's a curse in a lot of ways if you want to have a long career. Getting lucky early, there's a reason that even if you look at stand-up, there's very few stand-up comedians who are popular for a long time, but there are many stand-up comedians that are extremely popular. Like, we'll see what about this, the Pretty Boy guy. We'll see if he has any kind of staying power. Nowadays, though, you can he'll put $50 million in the bank and it won't even fucking matter. People are still paying $200 to watch Bert Kreischer take his shirt off inexplicably. So who knows? There's I don't understand. I don't understand him. I get it. My viewers like this shit or whatever. I don't understand it. Taking your shirt off is that's comedy. I mean, I don't know. He's no different than any other guy that I hang out with at the bar in my telling Trump stories. But good for him. I'm going to give all the links, by the way. Sam's links to his Twitter in the description, to the Fish Tank Live. Make sure you go follow that YouTube channel. Fish.live is the channel, or it's the website where you'll watch Fish Tank stream.
Got the puppers with me.
There are all sorts of clippers too, of course, out there. But I think Sam should get a hold of that and clip his own shit this year.
Hey, mushrooms are good.
Needs to do that for you.
I love sauteed mushrooms.
You'll be able to
some garlic,
in one channel.
Butter,
then
a little bit of
I was
olive
going to
oil.
plug the stand-up thing, but that's sold out in New York City. Any other dates coming up?
No, not this. See if it works. It doesn't suck. That's the key.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't suck.
Come on.
Sam, I know that you're extremely busy, and I greatly appreciate you coming on. And people who are out there watching, make sure if you're watching this now or later, you go follow his stuff, follow him on Twitter. Instagram is at SNL, I think, right? Try to buy that off you. I'm surprised. So yeah, okay. Sam, thanks so much for coming on, dude. I know you got a lot going on. I appreciate you. All right, dude.
Let's hang out in real life sometime.
Yeah. I'll come out there maybe this spring, and I'll let you punch me in the head again. That was that's. Dude. All right, see ya. All right, that was Sam Hyde talking about Fish Tank Season 2, Meta World Peace Season 2. Sam is a really interesting guy. There are things that are said about a lot of people, right? I didn't want to keep him too long. He seemed kind of tired. But he there are a lot of things said about a lot of people that I don't really give a shit about. I've actually met Sam. I've hung out with him. And he's always been nice to me. And so therefore I support him. I feel like that's what people are supposed to do. I bored him? Yeah, that's probably true. I probably did bore him. I wouldn't doubt that. Definitely wouldn't doubt that. But it's interesting, given a chance to chat with him. I saw some of your supers, but I didn't want to interrupt him. Scroll says, watched Smokane 5 last night. Probably Dolph Lundgren's greatest performance. Really? Melkor said, so with Elon standing up and telling the authoritarians to F themselves, how do you think this plays out? Just pay for next premium. I don't know. I think more people. I think more people. I think Twitter and X moves more quickly. Towards pay-per-view, I think. PS Sam is going to release the Ask the Shooter T again. Thanks so much, Sophie. Sorry, I missed that.
No worries.
Yeah,
this is just for the ride to
stick to it. Maybe
Detox Center. I just got some work to do there. I appreciate you coming in.
That's what it is. But he's got a lot going on. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't mind giving myself the excuse that he was just tired. He's got a lot of shit going on. A lot of it. Why does he keep glancing at the side? He's reading the chat, probably like me. Not reading the chat like I do, Let's see. He looked tired. Yeah. So nervous. I'm not.
Coffee is good. Coffee brand coffee is great.
I know him.
Code inDOCtriNATION.
Obviously paid appearance. No, it's not. All right. That's cool.
I'm drinking the dark roast right now.
Thinking about doing now is let's see.
See you, Jared. Try and stay dry today, buddy.
After this stream is done, he's going to text him some sweet engagement. Sorry if I bored you. Probably. I think he's just tired. If he was bored, he wouldn't have been like, let's hang out, I didn't want to find myself in a self-defense situation. Yeah. I'm definitely going to run some RC cars today. I'm going to shoot some running videos for the RC. I have an RC motorbike, and I think trucks. What are the chances of Sam versus the floating box match? She would murder me.
Buddy.
I don't know who that is. I try to interview people that I know at least a little bit. I think about the contest, but I've never seen people ask for millionaires. There's a lot of messy most I guess you have to email me because I definitely did email everybody. So I gotta be careful. I'm not saying you are, but I gotta be careful. Right? Can you imagine? I think Boogie would be the type of guy that email me at thecorner@gmail.com. I can see it right now. I'm not being insecure. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm just responding to chat questions. Am I not allowed to respond to chat questions? You fucking pussy! Jay, who said that? Please go scan. We're not one of the winners. Oh, yes, you are. You want a gift card? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I think that it's going to be interesting to see how Fish Tank Season 2 shakes out. I hope it's a huge success. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try something. I'm going to be right back. Right back. So I'm going to move to kind of topics. Let's see here. Oh wait, wait. Let's screen here. Screen. Okie dokie. Can you explain the massive immersive success with you? He talks about every night as a show the next day radio. Never heard of them. I don't know. I can't explain anything. Never heard of them. There are a lot of people obsessed with me. I can imagine. Yeah, Dave Portnoy and his more freedom of speech. I use a SM7B microphone. Am I back in the Sugar Free Red Bull? I'm actually not. Although I'm drinking Neo, which is like probably another artificial sweetener that's probably having like the same kind of athletic effect. Get the feeling.
Hey, Luke Mitchell, good to see you.
I get the feeling.
Same to you.
So that was the Sam High, usually on Friday.
Northwest Ohio.
Short to the.
It's a rainy one today.
To the interview itself, people want to come by and like watch it and just kind of chill. And then there's not all this extra stuff on
We're just driving to a work site now.
We're going to go into the basement.
Yeah, it ain't pretty. Definitely not pretty.
Please check out Garden Answer.
Of course, I caused this because I washed my car yesterday.
Great family and great content even for non-gardeners. Build connection with them. As a fan and want to see more content on Humble. Hey, shout out. That's a good fan. Are you gonna watch a Lady Ballers premiere tonight? No, I don't really. You know, I want to go see Silent Night. That's what I want to go see. Made a video. Well, I've never heard of any of these people. I think it's fine that they want to make videos. If they want to make videos, that's the way the internet works. You know, that's the way content creation works. So I'm cool with that. I don't really fuck around and spend time watching other people's opinion on me. You know. If people want to talk to me or something like that, they can come in my chat, or they can comment on my channel, or they can email me or something like that. But I don't really give a shit about people who make videos, you know? But you may have noticed a change now. This says on Rumble.
Yeah, it was cold. We actually had snow for a couple days ago. It all melted yesterday, and then it's turned to rain. So I washed the salt off yesterday. Yeah, that's what we use here in Ohio.
We're gonna go live.
The roads, which destroys the roads and your
2 minutes. I want to leave this just as the interview standalone.
In your car, but
locals have got.
They're huge salt mines under this state, so they use a ton of it.
I've got to talk about Dave from Free Speech Portnoy. I've got to talk about. I've got 3 or 4 topics I want to talk about. We're going to move over to locals. I want to try to give the members there
top of the side of the road
in the basement some content. So if you're on Rumble, you can click the basement right here and join my locals. page and come get, half hour of unique content. That would be absolutely killer. King of Biltong snuck in with a good afternoon from Anton's in Roanoke, Texas. Free shipping on your Biltong using code TheQ on landyourbiltong.com.
I don't know why he's merging while he's got his emergency lights on. He should just have his turning signal on.
Too. So if you want to join the members stream, which is going to go on right now, I'll give you a minute. Head on over to the basement where we will all pee together. If you're in the YouTube chat, you can still watch on locals. You just go, here's the link. Kennyman has left, so if you want to rewind, you can go see him. And if you want to join the basement right now, so we can talk about these other topics, I hope you'll join right now. And we'll see you in just a few minutes.
$4,000 channels, holy crap. I probably sub to about 1,000 channels though. Anytime someone's requesting a sub, I give them one. I appreciate people that come in indoors. I do typos all the time. It's kind of cool to see one of them go live once in a while. Love to watch small channels growing. This is just my driving channel. My main channel is the inDOCtriNATION. We appreciate you too, Luke. This motor carrier cop's creeping up on my side. He's watching me. Probably gonna say something about my little camera holder up on my rearview mirror. Oh, it's a canine unit. It's a regular. I know it's motor. Most of the motor carriers are those black or those gray. Are they Denali's or whatever? Yeah, Coco Gadget oil slick. I gotta switch to locals for this because it apparently. I don't know why it won't sign in to my Microsoft. Come on. No. Let's look at miles this way out. Found out nothing's being backed up on my phone.
Unmodded. Yeah, that's what I usually unbox them and then I will review them as they come out of the box, and then I will review them once again once they are modified and upgraded, The test track. I haven't ported it over to Rumble yet. I will this weekend. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend. I've got to email out everyone's gift cards. I've got to pack all the prizes.
All right, this fucking truck. I'm doing over the speed limit, and this truck is fucking not letting me work my way around it just because this fucking semi.
Brand for an RC car. You would have to start with a budget, probably. You know, Traxxas is great for entry level stuff, but I mean, for decent brushless, if you want to go brushless 4-wheel drive, I think that's base. You know, pretty basic.
Yep.
I would want to start on RC here in the $300-$400 range. You know, it's not cheap. The 2-wheel drive stuff, you know, it's okay, but it's not like really fast enough, and it's not like
No, not a drive as good as Midwest or Callahan. Yeah,
go through long grass. That's like the kind of like 2-wheel drive's fine if you have a
I
track,
know that.
you know,
so I love it when he's exiting here too.
Stuff like that.
Great. So I love it when he's in the chat when I run into shit like that because he'll rip into.
Okay, got some stuff to talk about. Never understood the point of RC cars outside of racing. I think they're great for bashing, like building up ramps, jumping them, you know, just ripping around. A lot of people like doing speed runs, making sure they get as fast as possible. A lot of people like doing rock crawling, so they up a bunch of rocks and they try to go over, you know, traverse obstacles, things like that. There's a lot to do with RC cars. Plus, you know, some people like me just kind of like collecting them and upgrading them, and you know, they don't run them all that often. Okay. You can do claw stroke from your claw machine? Probably not. Yeah, see how far you can push, optimize. There's a lot you can do with like the RC hobby, you know.
Expensive.
Let's see here. All right, so let's do some topics. Obviously, you guys won't have to hear any of this sponsored ad reads, but we will do them. I mean, you won't have to hear them. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. We've got a new video game TV adaptation, and in my experience, they're almost never any good. You know, you can make some arguments about some of the Resident Evil franchise films. I guess you could say certainly the Resident Evil TV show was hot garbage. I guess the Silent Hill movie I think was okay. It was like, you know, maybe if my expectations weren't so low, I would say it wasn't good, but I feel like I saw that movie and I absolutely didn't hate it. The original Mortal Kombat movie was decent, I think. You know, it's not impossible, but this new trend of like, you know, we have the Halo series, which is weird, you know. We have now a Fallout series on Amazon, and of course, it appears they are going to put a chick in it and make it lame. Well, that's at least according to several early reports. Todd Howard says the Fallout TV show is canon, so of course fans are already picking it apart. Of course, the media having a meltdown that, you know, fans would actually criticize anything. We're getting into all that after a super quick word from this video sponsor. Now, when you are a fan of a particular show, you do want it to be canon. You know, The Last of Us TV show, this kind of things. They are pandering to video game people. They want people who like the video game to watch their program. So the people who watch the video or like the video game want it to be like the video game. It's completely a reasonable reaction for an individual, except for the fact if you're some media douchebag, then you're being an entitled gamer jerk. That didn't take long. Amazon Fallout TV series won't begin streaming until April next year, but some Fallout fans have already begun to pick it apart based on just a handful of new images from the show released yesterday. If you follow Fallout lore discussions even casually, it won't surprise you to hear a lot of complaints around.
What's going on with the free speech there in Ireland there, Luke?
That's the Brotherhood of Steel. Where to start?
I'm not sure how your laws work out there. It's like they're kind of attacking it.
Canon, which means the events of the show are in fact within a greater Fallout fiction. Second,
Jesus.
The very same article revealed that the Fallout show takes place 219 years after the Great War in 2296, which is only 9 years after Fallout 4 and 15 years after Fallout New Vegas. Finally, we know the show takes place in Los Angeles, California. And that's all the fans need. Give them a date, location, and
what it's looking like. No,
digging up
I mean, most governments are tyrannical, but yeah, that's. I saw that they're going after Conor McGregor just because of his views on things after the stabbing shit.
How could the Brotherhood of Steel muscle into LA with so much hardware and firepower?
Seemed like pretty legitimate
taking names in SoCal.
Post.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with pointing that out. You, Todd Howard, It Just Works Howard, is the one that said it's canon. The fans didn't say that. You said that. So you're the one that set this standard, right? You wanted to pander to the fans and say it's canon and make sure that we all tuned in. I am not a hardcore Fallout series
fan. They'd like to do that here too. It's a constant fight.
I'm interested in playing the games, just like many other games one day when I'm finally free. I have no skin in this game. You know, I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that pretends to be personally offended by something that they really don't care that much about. I care from a perspective of my viewers who are fans, and giving them what they want. And I care from a perspective of, journalists, journalists attacking the fans for simply reacting to something that Todd Howard and the Amazon crew said specifically. And the rush to their defense, I guess if you want to, this is how, if you're a PC gamer, you defend the companies so you can get early access.
Yeah.
That's how this works. But perhaps the more concerning article comes from the Park Place. Prime Video's Fallout TV show creators confirm.
Yeah, they're trying to do it here
show
too.
Will feature heavy.
It's a constant fight.
Commentary. Wants to sidestep binary thinking on good and evil. Great. Heavy social commentary. That's what I want. Prime Video's Fallout creators, the husband and wife team, Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, confirmed the video game adaptation will feature heavy social commentary. Speaking out about the upcoming series, Vanity Fair's Don't Care Some Loser, Nolan said that, quote, the games are about the culture of division and haves and have-nots. Unfortunately, have only gotten more and more accurate in this country and around the world over the past few decades. We get to talk about that in a wonderful speculative fiction way, he added. I think we're looking at the world going, God, things seem to be headed in a very, very frightening direction. Specifically, the series will provide commentary on people's morals and will do so through the character Lucy, a vault dweller played by Ella Purnell. First, Nolan detailed, so many of us have naive ideas, even now, about everyone else's experiences.
Yeah,
and it's one of the things I love about America. It's a giant manic collection of different experiences, different points of view. Well, you can say that about any landmass. He then explained how the show will use Lucy to moralize to viewers.
You guys aren't allowed to have guns to defend yourselves either. That sucks.
I can't wait. Lucy is charming and plucky and strong, And then you see she's confronted with the reality of, hey, maybe this supposedly virtuous thing you grew up aren't necessarily that virtuous. If they are virtuous, they're couched in a circumstantial virtuousness. It's a luxury virtue. You have your point of view because you never ran out of food, right? You guys were able to share everything because you had enough to share. No one went to declare that the series follows, quote, her collision with the hard reality of other people's experiences. What happened to people who, quote, frankly were left behind to die. Now, I want to point this out, though, because I do think there's a bit of like alarmism.
Yeah, his stream last night was pretty good.
Where, you know,
about the Elkhart bullshit
and movies that do deal with moral issues. I mean, I just rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Pretty sure that entire thing is, you know, dealing with morals and the battle of good versus evil. Where you get into trouble is when you're a lazy writer and you have Trump in your show, you know, or a guy like who looks like Donald Trump. So, you know, as of so far in this article, I don't, you know, it's not like they're talking about, oh, we're going to put a transgender character in this show and follow their perilous journey to acceptance. Like, that would be more like alarming and on the nose.
Some pretty good at exposing that department there.
Oftentimes critics, they incorrect.
And I saw one of the perfect comments in the chat there. It's like, both things can be right. She could be an insufferable bitch.
Say that people don't like stuff because they don't like
and they did her dirty. It looks like both. Kind of looks like both.
It's immersion rate. You know, I'm watching some intense thing, and then I got to watch an offshoot
that cop
story about two gay
Phillips.
romance.
Looked like she was annoying the shit out of her lawyer while he was questioning
I don't care that
assistant
chief.
chief.
It's not important at all to the story. You just put it in there to get it reward. To this point, while describing the character Maximus, who is the squire in the Brotherhood of Steel, Nolan states that one of the things we're trying to gently sidestep here is that kind of binary thinking.
Of course they won't.
Like, there are good guys and bad guys. Whoever the good guys and bad guys are, they destroy the whole world. So now we're
someone popped up. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
It's a little bit
yeah,
of the
I'm slowing down. Am I slowing down? Does it mean we're almost there?
Patriotism, religion, loyalty, and fraternity. So here's what
we're almost there,
we're
Bubby.
Going to have probably the TDS come out. You know, patriotism and religion, those are bad. If you're a Hollywood weirdo, these things are bad. How they're directing all three Bethesda Game Studios. Review what's happening in the show.
Because we had a lot of migrants come into the country there too.
Howard describes his origin as really smart. Wow, he thought his own idea was really smart. He also knew that he was jealous of the ideas the series came up with, telling him Vanity Fair.
You kind of stinky.
I sort of looked at it like, oh, why didn't we do that?
Yeah, you kind of stinky.
You know, I think that, you know, ultimately you can deal with
well, I just literally had to lay off a bunch of people from my job because the company that I'm hiring for are using a company that is, I guarantee you, is using illegals. I mean, yeah, no, humans illegal, but people that have been here forever and really have been showing up to work had to be laid off because of that. We actually, that whole layoff thing, our attorneys are starting to get involved in that now. Yeah, the truth behind all that's coming out now. They're not allowed to have their phone on them while they're working for multiple reasons, safety and all that. Oh yeah, it is. I guarantee you, they're not getting paid as much as my people were. So, not going to be spending nearly as much time up in the road.
is on my, it is on the list right now as far as further interviews that they put out. Or it could be just yet another beloved thing that gamers love to push modern political ideologies. Uh-oh. Dave Chappelle took a picture. Dave Chappelle.
Work in the U.S.
No, of course.
They have to be legal to work in the U.S. And if they don't pass E-Verify, we get in deep shit. I mean, deep shit. They shut us down. Especially being a STEM company.
Dave Chappelle wasn't going to take Representative Warren Bobbitt.
Well, they're fully staffed. They're just being companies illegals.
Granted a selfie with Republican Colorado
Been laying off
the Capitol on Thursday.
our people.
Hobart converted it into an anti-trans message on X, according to multiple news outlets. Alongside the photo with the comedian and Representative Anna Paulina of Florida, Bober wrote,
I found out a bunch of this shit yesterday and throughout the day. So I didn't go live on my desktop. I was talking to my boss, and we're actually setting up a meeting with our attorneys.
That's necessarily anti-trans. I'm pretty sure that's just pro-science.
It's too bad. I wish I could just do this IT stuff full time and just not be involved in that, but I kind of want to see what happens with that.
Listen to the science. You must have the science. All this kind of stuff.
No, it is. I have no problem. If people work that hard to get over here and they want to work, I personally have no problem allowing them to work. But it's not legal. I can lose, my company can lose their licensing for staffing. They can lose, Yeah, Monica's a legal Mexican. She got her citizenship, but she did it the right way.
What I didn't expect to see was Lauren Boebert complain. She tricked me.
Yeah, I'm required to do an E-Verify on everybody.
Rubbing her mitts together. What was I supposed to do? He asked. Chappelle went on to say that in the most politically divided time, he simply felt it was a human moment. He was blindsided by the tweet that claimed he understood there were two genders.
So, it sucks.
She tricked me, Chappelle said. I had 2 tickets for Beetlejuice, and I was going to give her 1. Yeah, good joke. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. He probably doesn't even know who they are. Oops, I'm sorry, I should probably show you the picture. This is a call to activism. This. No, he probably doesn't even know who they are. That's my guess. And Bobert's keeping it tight, I will say that.
Damn, a lot of cars in the parking lot here.
I mean, you see a lot of people, you could tell by looking at him, he wasn't happy to be in the photo. His body language definitely seemed to tell a story. I don't know. Again, I think that, Chappelle, I can guarantee you if Lauren Boebert said, hey, I'm going to use this selfie to embroil you in some trans nonsense, I'm pretty sure he would have said no. I think that's just, pretty obvious.
Yes.
But that doesn't stop all of these journalist NPCs from writing all these same articles. Boebert enlists Dave Chappelle for transphobic photo op. Enlists? He just took a picture. He didn't know what she was going to post. You'd have to be a complete ideological moron.
All right, guys.
It's not like you can even see in the video, right? It's not like she.
Thank you for hanging out. I'll probably go live on the main channel. Hey.
I'm gonna post some trans stuff about this. Can we take a picture?
Oh, you want to see Mama?
No.
Let me see Mama. You smell like pee. Did you pee on your shirt by accident? I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'll be live on one of the channels. Heading home. Love you guys.
So my guess is